Oh my... Salutations. Resident Evil is genuinely one of my favorite science fiction horror series easily. It put Stranger Things on Fraud Watch, and I wanted to play it for the channel. However, just playing the games would be boring, so instead I had an idea. What if I died? I had to restart the entire series. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. He was found months later featured on a mental health month on how not to go into psychosis. Now some ground rules. I'm playing the numbered games and not playing any game with the old camera angles, mainly because I'm too broke right now to buy them. Christmas gifts for your family is not cheap, kids. And before you put me on Fraud Watch, I have played them, I just don't have PlayStation Premium anymore.
Resident Evil
2. I picked Claire, duh, and head into a gas station to get a Diet Coke. The employee points me to the back where I find the fully grown mutated fetus of Bonnie Blue. Claire rocks the fetus's shit for attempting to invade her personal space, escaping the gas station to find rookie cop Leon S. Kennedy. Together they drive into Raccoon City. Now you might be asking, T-Champ, why the fuck would you go towards ground zero of a zombie outbreak? To find my sibling, idiot. You see, Claire Redfield is a sister of Chris Redfield, who is a cop at the Raccoon City Police Department. Claire is searching for her brother as he's gone no contact for a few weeks. Claire and Leon get split up because of this dipshit, but we make our way to the police station through the alleys nonetheless, seeing a cop who needed help in the corridor to the right. I tried to help the cop out, however... Claire low-key a baller, because if I saw that, I am dipping. Fuck that brother. Anyways, heading back to the main hall, I meet Marvin, who informs me Chris left on vacation weeks ago. All of this could have been avoided if Chris just picked up the phone. Good job, Chris. Now that all we needed to do was escape, the notebook the cop had detailed that a secret passageway can be opened using the coins from 3 statues throughout the station. I head into the left corridor seeking out literally anything. I had no clue what I was doing, where I get my first scare. Okay, you fuck. I find a map for the first floor and use this to locate the office, grabbing a speed loader for my gun. Upstairs, I find a portable safe in the locker room, and unlocking it gave me a spare part. Wow. On the 3rd floor, I acquired a key before spotting my least favorite enemy in the entire series. I head back towards the main room through the library as Marvin had something to show me, which was Leon, who made it to the East Gate. On my way, I pick up a city guide which had an orphanage featured on it. Like, yeah guys, have an excursion with the fucking orphans. I'm sure they'll love to see you out enjoying your vacation. A helicopter crashes into the side of the building and Claire speaks with Leon before splitting up again due to him almost getting swarmed. Luckily, the trip wasn't a waste as I retrieve the cutting tool, circling back to the right corridor where I face a conundrum. I need the crank handle and the electrical part, but my inventory is full. It wasn't really a problem, I just had to get rid of valuable heals, which pissed me off. I got really panicked heading back for the crank, missing shots and wasting ammo, but I made it out towards the 2nd floor where I used said crank to head towards the STARS office. Oh my fucking... To whoever in the design room created this creature, this being, fuck you. I catch my breath in the STARS office, grabbing a battery and safe code before finding the first coin. I grab the 2nd coin, then find an electric device, combining it with the battery to make a detonator, which I use on the 3rd floor to get the last coin. Placing the last coin, a secret passageway opens with me heading in to leave. Eventually, I go below ground where I meet a little girl before she informs me I need help.
Why? He's right behind you.
Oh, hell no. The mutant freak attacks Claire, dropping the both of them to the floor below, where I engage in some high-octane gamer skills. This is a good corner to peek, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god! What the fuck? Ow. The dumbass trips and falls down the dark hole, and the little girl named Sherry helped me find a way out back into the RPD parking garage where this fuckhead kidnaps her. Whole zombie apocalypse and bitches trying to be like Diddy. Using a car key, I got a police grade handgun from the trunk and acquired a key from a corpse in the morgue before low-key almost losing the run. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me on that. Using the new key, I unlocked the door to use the elevator into the chief's office and find the key card for the exit out of here. Problem was, the door to get in was broken, leading to electric parts. One from the west storage room on the 3rd floor, and another from the clock tower. I get the first part with ease, then meet... Hey pal. I head back inside to run away from him knowing there was a 1st floor. However, unfortunately, what I forgot is, there is no pathway out. Don't worry, of course I loop him, then head back towards the helicopter, escaping to the main hall. Marvin. Marvin is dead. I couldn't shoot him, I just couldn't do it. I find a tool to use to get to the 3rd floor before I get jumped again. He found me, guys, he found me. With Mr. X right on my ass and zombies right behind me, I try to place the bookshelves as quick as I can. Yes, I know I moved in the wrong direction. I realized that, unfortunately. On 1 HP, I was able to stun the tyrant and align the shelves to run. Inside the clock tower, I finished the puzzle, grabbing the last electronic piece, then heading back to the ID card so I could leave when the chief calls me, telling me to bring a pendant Sherry dropped to him. At this point, I'm now playing as Sherry and genuinely take like 10 minutes to do the first puzzle. I kept mismatching the pieces, like never let me speedrun this game, bro. I grabbed scissors and used them to escape the room, heading downstairs. The door was locked, so I go towards the office, almost get the key till the chief caught me, and Sherry throws acid in his face like a fucking goat, so I do a loop-de-doo race. As he tries to tend to his burn, I grab the keys, running to the door to see it's locked. So Sherry scrambles to hide before her father deviously fucks the chief with a worm. 30 minutes earlier, Claire heads downstairs with the key, seeing... I'm done. Get looped, you clown. I escape with ease and head back to the orphanage, dodging some hounds and zombies along the way. The chief implodes and I see the wrecked office as I go in to find Sherry. I almost curb stomp Sherry running from Mr. X. Fuck that. And William saves Claire and Sherry before we fall down a dark hole. Claire wakes up to Sherry's bitch of a language, and we head through the sewers, eventually reaching Sherry, where Annette earns Worst Mother of the Year award, neglecting her scared, sickly child. Like, call the police. Well, he's a pervert. Congratulations. You sent your daughter to chud Jeffrey Dahmer, if he was straight, and taxidermied his victims. So not Jeffrey Dahmer. I lower a bridge, continuing to explore, killing 2 zombies, then meeting... What the fuck indeed, Claire. Another win for the Morbid Design team. Congratulations, you made a scat mutant. I circle back with a thingamabob to open the door, grabbing a key and venturing into the scat den. But guess what? I do the backroom puzzle, but I didn't grab the pawn pieces, which at the time I didn't know I would need. Meaning, eventually I had to go back. But before that, I find a safe with parts for my pistol, vent my frustrations for not getting the pieces earlier. Find a hip pouch and some roll film. This will be important in a second. I use the key to run from zombies because if you haven't noticed, I've been on the red for like 15 minutes, and push a cabinet away, leading back into the RPD. Now this film, see, I thought it would be vital to the sewer segment, so obviously I head back into the RPD. It was a waste of time, but anyways, I see Marvin. Hey, Mark.
I could have shoot him, I just couldn't do it.
Goodbye, Marvin.
I'm sorry.
You blew his fucking head open and you're sorry? Okay, girl. Anyways, I used the roll film. It was worthless. At least I got heals, though. Okay, so let's say a hiding place. I think that was the chief's office. I ain't doing all that. Not even for the SMG. You know what you might be thinking. But TJ, you could use that ammo. It'd be pretty useful. Shut the fuck up. Back in the sewers, I head back towards the back room. Gather all the pieces, unlock the door with said pieces, then go to get Sherry. The door to her was out of power, so I go behind me to fix it. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, William Birkin was back. And naturally, I fucking run. I lead him out towards a shipping crate and try to knock him off with it. Despite climbing back up, I send the crane flying one more time, sending him plummeting. Checking on Sherry, she was clearly infected with the G-Virus, with Annette saying, "What are you doing? Saving your daughter, dumbass." But as Annette tries to hold on to what little sliver of parenthood she holds in her heart, saying she can cure Sherry, remember she sucks and backtracks. But Claire, like the goat she is, heard there's a cure in a lab nearby from Annette's earlier statement, and that's all she needed. Bringing Sherry into a cab that leads to the lab, Claire rests for a few minutes before dropping Sherry into the hospital bed as we begin the final stretch to the end of the game. With Sherry's umbrella wristband, we were able to explore, and I kinda had some internal thinking going on. The fact I was actually doing well made me beyond happy. I had overcome scat monsters, zombies, lickers, red health for like 20 minutes, and I was still standing. This video is about triumph, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing horrible will happen. Trust. I continue through the mess hall, finding an upgrade to the ID chip, letting me deeper into the facility. I find the last ID chip I need on a corpse in a room filled with a plant virus, a P virus, STD, HIV crisis, Ronald Reagan. It's all connected. Ronald Reagan pushed deregulation for the market and the government pushing market-driven pharmaceuticals to be more prevalent, resulting in Umbrella gaining more control in society. It all leads back to Ronald McDonald. I commit agricultural homicide, then acquire a cartridge which I can use to kill the plants to get the ID chip. I see half the code to unlock the synthesizer, but unlike a normal person spending my time trying to find the other half, I snap a photo and get guessing. So first, we're gonna try all of these. I'm done with this bullshit, bro. Just get me out. I gave up. I descend to the floors below, finding a trophy. I was so close. I was right. It was the tiny one. I low-key get jumped. It's okay, though. I heal up and burn them alive. What the fuck? I find the signal key and use it to power the floor. Using the trophy, I unlock the synthesizer. You guys want to hear my funny joke I made? Take a listen. Cooking up the drug like we Walter White. Isn't that a bar, guys? Like and subscribe and make sure to share if you agree. Injecting concentrated weed killer, then freezing the solution, it was ready to be used against the plants, which I head back to do.
Dispensing solution now.
Agricultural genocide has been achieved. I grab the ID chip and upgrade with it, then head over to the last locked off zone. Vaccine acquired. Things were going awesome. Sherry was going to be cured, and I hadn't seen Annette yet. Hopefully she got eaten by the plants. William was also squished at the bottom of some hole. Claire literally locks herself down to 1v1 this bitch. This is why I chose Claire's story. She's goated. I run to the corners grabbing the heals and ammo. Claire tanks an explosive canister. Nemesis ain't got shit on her. I shot acid in his eyes, then zippity-zapped his heart, and basically repeated until he trapped me in a corner with fire at 1 HP. By the grace of God himself, William decides to body slam the elevator instead of murdering me, allowing me to blow his chest open and win. Do you understand how lucky I am that the AI did that? 4 hours almost got wiped. Speaking of wiped, Annette's dead, fucking bozo, rest in piss. And yeah, she saved Sherry, which totally redeems her shitty parenting. Stuck a syringe in her daughter's arm and passed out, calling it a day. Oh, by the way, the base is exploding. Yippee. I find first aid spray, thank God, and had 10 minutes till complete boom. Sherry risked her life to open the door on the other side. Please don't die, child. I fought and killed this demon from hell for you. Sherry succeeded, yay. And we make it to a train. Oh yeah, and find a minigun. Claire drops Sherry off in the train and we activate it, seeing Leon is alive before the signal cuts off as the train lowers. I see why I got a minigun. It was fine, I lit his ass up and he died. Look guys, a happy ending to a sci-fi horror story that isn't mid and sends your fandom to psychosis. Oh look, there's Leon.
Leon!
Resident Evil.
3! I think a lore explanation is due to understand some things, T-Jam style. Skip here if you don't care. You see, this bird named Chris and this birdette named Jill worked at Stars, the office where we saw the liquor thing. Well, you see, they got a call a few months ago about 6 cannibalistic incidents with a center point being near the Spencer mansion. So guess what they did? Investigated. And guess what happened? T-virus zombies happened, and a few escaped the mansion. Now you see the birds instructed the chief, but he didn't care and had Stars shut down because he was really working for Umbrella, who was helping him with his taxidermy of innocent birdettes. So Chris departed to Europe, duh, we already know that, but what happened to Jill? Well, she stayed in town to finish up some investigations on Umbrella. However, as we know, the T-virus spread at an unprecedented rate, so getting out was going to be hard. Now as Jill wakes up, she picks up her phone, getting a call from Brad, who tells her to get out of the apartment because... Oh, that makes sense. This giant thingamabob chases the shit out of Jill until she eventually escapes, with the building seemingly killing the mutant via collapsation. That's definitely a word. As Brad shows up, leading us through, he gets bit by the zombie, and bye-bye Brad. Jill picks up a gun, and goodbye zombie. Hello, zombie. The chopper overhead tells me to head up to the parking garage, which I do, heading into an elevator, reaching safety. Thank God. Oh no. Guess who? It's me. That's right. I'm Nemesis. Jill rams a car into me. How upsetting. And I fall to my despair. Just kidding. I'm goated. The one-hit wonder goat himself, Carlos, obliterates my ass. Obliterates Nemesis's ass. I am no longer Nemesis, guys. My ass will not be obliterated. Carlos helps Jill up, leading us into a subway where he tells us he's with Umbrella, which Jill was not a fan of. However, nevertheless, we reach safety. Sorta. The train was inoperable, and to escape, someone would need to head to the power station, reactivate power to the subway, head to the subway control center, then plot a course. Jill, obviously not wanting to just sit around, volunteers to help, heading topside. It was decently chaotic. I shot some zombies, making it to the alleyway I was supposed to go down, which was on fire. I explode a group of zombies, clearing a path to head downtown through a fire escape, to find a fire hose in the control station, and on the way back, a dot sight for my gun. I take a shortcut back to the fire hydrant and use the hose to quench the fire's thirst. Should have kept that one in the script. I find some bolt cutters and skedaddle on my way back to the control station for a shotgun. Back in the alley, I find an umbrella soldier in the mechanic shop who was infected before I meet this Russian guy. His name is Nikolai, and he sucks. Now, this might have been the one good thing Nikolai does, because the guy he shot killed 20 gangbangers. 20 at once. Dude was a fucking menace. I kill a dog, then play Resident Evil 3, then enter the electric station. Oh, dang. F you. Oh my god. I continue on out to the power station, finding a lockpick, opening a door, then getting poisoned by a foul beast. To dodge and weave, activating generators before electrocuting the hive to hell. Power's on, subway control center is working, we about to be home free, bitch. Somehow Nemesis returned. And then got enough volts to equate to a lobotomy. Dude hits a 50-foot vertical as I tell Carlos about my soul leaving my body as Nemesis prepared to disconnect Jill's torso from her arms and legs. Unfortunately, I have morals, and I have to rescue the civilians. I try to take the shortcut back to the subway station, but, yeah. As I literally dodged his hit by millimeters, which would have resulted in the game over restart, I internally ponder life-centered questions. Why do people still use 3-in-1 body wash? How come everyone who cosplays Resident Evil characters can't even name who they are? When will the insanity end in the Arkham subreddit? Why is Uzi the undisputed GOAT of alternative rap? And how come there are 3 different income taxes? Some things will never be answered, but life truly goes on, and it's beautiful. Except the IRS, they can burn in hell. Oh, and look at that, a course has been plotted. Tossing a grenade down to Nemesis defeats him, making him drop a supply case with, you guessed it, a suppressor. If only this game had stealth. With Nemesis floated, getting in the station was easy, however he was still chasing us, and with the train needing 40 minutes for maintenance, leading him away was the best bet. And after locking myself in the sewer system, we were safe. With shit. I needed to put in a battery pack to escape, so I put in a battery pack to escape. Budget cuts, people. No, I'm kidding. I navigate through the sewers, fight scatfish, get a grenade launcher, get the battery, kill more fish, then unlock the door.
I lost him.
Oh! Nemesis grabs Jill like a basketball and he gets ready to dunk on us with his flamethrower. Running away from the mutant resulted in us being chased to the top of a skyscraper under construction before a face-off with our Nemesis. Yeah, he's dead now. Whoa! Whoa! Wow, indeed, DJ. Acid, fire, shrapnel, and bullets have yet to kill this guy, and he has a rocket launcher. Yikes. Jill gets launched over by a rocket missile. Don't know how she tanked it, but good job anyways. And Nemesis kills the big burger fella. Now it's personal, Umbrella. Rest in peace, Nathaniel. That's the name I gave you. You're welcome. Carlos tells me to head a direction I haven't gone before and shoots the gas tank like a gangster. We head to the train and Carlos says the thing.
I'm not gonna die on you, leave you in a cold, cruel, Carlosless world.
We were safe. On the way out of the city. I'm so fucking done with this bullshit. Nikolai locks us out, douchebag, and Bill from Left 4 Dead 1 goes out swinging, taking Nemesis and the train with him. Now let's rewind a little bit. Carlos and Tyrell are going after a doctor who can make a vaccine, which has led them to, you guessed it, the RPD. We see how Marvin gets infected before heading inside ourselves. Oh! I cope with the terror by violently desecrating the zombie corpse before Carlos says the other thing.
Yeah. Welcome, Leon. Bet you had a kick-ass first day.
Now I know what you might be thinking. Who the hell cares? And honestly, I don't blame you. Literally all I do is enter the STARS office, talk to the vaccine scientist before Jill calls. Right before she called, Jill provides truly philosophical insight into the flaming virus-infected mutant.
Bitch can't even swim.
Truly inspiring. As Jill calls Carlos, Nemesis sleeps out of the water, chasing us down, evolved into the Nemedog. Nemahound. Phase 2 Nemesis, we'll just keep it at that. The fight wasn't too intense. I shot him, he ran, I put a landmine down, and rinsed and repeated Tell he didn't die. Surprise, crazy. No, he infected Jill, with Nikolai coming down like a supervillain immediately after. Told Jaw he sucked. 12 hours later, Carlos found Jill and navigated her through the city to the hospital where he hoped to get the vaccine to cure her. Oh shit. After mag dumping a singular zombie, I head to the lab entrance paging Dr. Bard, who had the vaccine. But with no response, I had to continue searching. One of my favorite parts about Carlos is he can shoulder bash down enemies, so you can just keep knocking them over, stabbing them. Kinda funny. He also thunder punches people. I find a key, who could have guessed, which leads to an ID card. And this lizard man thing, which gets humbly disfigured by a heavy grenade. Speaking of humble, not the word, the Kendrick Lamar song, why he calling you a little bitch? Bitch, you 5'5". I cracked myself up. I mean, generally speaking, I expected there to be more lizard dudes, but two in an enclosed door with whatever key I needed to continue was upsetting. Flashbang. Never mind, it's not upsetting. I get an audio tape, which combined with my tape allows me to unlock the door with Dr. Bard's voice. Dude's kind of a dick. Well, now he's a corpse. But anyways, I inform Tyrell who's on his way. Fucking goat, bro, I love you. And Carlo watches a video of Bard admitting that it's Umbrella's fault the T-Virus got out. And additionally, that Umbrella was wiping all evidence, including the vaccine. Carlos, rightfully upset, punched the computer, unlocking the closet with the last vaccine sample left ready for use just for Jill. Tyrell arrives, turning on the TV, which stated that Raccoon City would be nuked by tomorrow. That's not good. Another problem. Zombies were swarming the area. Luckily, Tyrell could hack the shutters to keep us safe, but we need to hold them off. My strategy combat-wise was using the electric boxes to stun the zombies, then finishing them off with a rifle and picking zombies off while they fell through. A lizard broke through the doors, so I quickly focused all fire on it, killing it as soon as I could. And after waves of zombies, they break through the front door, so I explode the pillar with C4, letting it crash down, blocking out the zombies and keeping us safe. With the place secured, Carlos tells Tyrell to inform the government that there was a cure while he went to get the vaccine. A few hours later, Jill wakes up with Tyrell informing her that Carlos was downstairs and that he was going to stay back, still trying to make contact to someone. Jill descends Jill descends down into the underground facility, finding Nikolai, who blows the power to lock me out away from him. Spooky. I fight the evolved form of the Bonnie Blue fetus as it reaches out to me the same way the poor being reached to pull the plug. After collecting all the fuses, I reach the top, not finding Nikolai, but Tyrell arrives and he tells me the US will stop the missiles if we bring the vaccine before they launch. But Tyrell got killed. I can't do this anymore. Finding lists to make the vaccine, I was gonna need two things. The antigen and adjuvant. Okay. Jill grabs the master key and we set out, finding more fetuses and type 1 tyrants. Grabbing the
adjuvant
sample, I head back fighting some lizards, finally getting the last sample, then making the vaccine. Good shit. That's not good shit. Indeed, TJ. It is not the good shit. Jill gets thrown over, but escapes. Never mind. Then actually gets away, until Nemesis finds her again. I'm sensing a reoccurring pattern in this game. Nikolai grabs the vaccine before dropping us down with Nemesis. I open up with a flame grenade before bolting to grab all the resources I could, dodging his attacks like a pro gamer. After stunning him, Carlos finds me and tells me he's gonna spot me, helping me take down Nemesis by electroshocking the heck out of him. As Nemesis ran around, Carlos was watching him to tell me which vet to shoot, and repeated this process multiple times, until Carlos rammed it with a crane, pulled Jill out, then melted Nemesis to mush. Jill confronts Nikolai for the cure, but Nemesis attacks, slithering into the new room as literal mush. As Nikolai runs for it, Jill tells Carlos to get him while Jill shot Nemesis using a railgun, dodging his attacks to load the batteries, and finishing the mutant off for good this time. On 1 HP. This shit is genuine triumph. This is what we do, baby! Chasing down Nikolai, he destroyed the vaccine, causing Carlos to throw hands, before Jill shoots him and leaves him for dead as they escape the nuclear blast that wipes away Raccoon City. Rest in hell.
Resident Evil.
Or September 11th, 2001. It's a day I'll never forget. Bill Clinton, operating Air Force One, nosedived into Castle Epstein, killing a school's worth of people. Literally. Emerged into chaos, my saving grace, NBA Youngboy emerge. Together, me and him found a little boy, Baron Trump, and escaped the castle, dodging the B virus. Why were we in the castle? Hold on, let me check the script. Oh well, so Leon Kennedy. What a cutie. After Resident Evil 2, the president basically said, "You work for us now, or we dissect Sherry." Well, now his daughter is about to be dissected, so naturally, Leon to the rescue. Near the location where we are to look for the daughter, one of the cops went to piss, and he hasn't been back, so Leon heads to investigate, finding a smelly corpse. Finding a cabin, it appeared empty until we met Roderick, a That's his name. Leon then finds the policeman's bloody badge, and Roderick attacks us, but luckily, Leon roundhouse kicks his neck sideways. Leon grabs the drop key and enters the basement, finding the other officer, and on the radio, the other cop was being ambushed. Roderick comes down to greet us before we head upstairs, seeing a photo of Ashley, the president's daughter. Leon contacts our person in the desk, Huntington, to inform her baby Eagle was in the village before Leon lets himself out of the house. Heading into the village, the cop experiences crucifixion with an added bonus of immolation, and I initiate the fight trying to pop one of the villagers' heads off. I run into a house locking it down, but a guy with a chainsaw pulls up as other villagers place down ladders to get into the house. I kick the ladder over, grabbing a shotgun, and get some shots on the chainsaw man. A grenade kills a good group of them, as eventually a bell rings, causing them all to leave. Huntington informs me there's a path to the lake where Ashley might be held, so I head through the small farm on the way. What does Freddy Fazbear say when he sees a woman with slightly revealing skin? Or. Get it? Because he says har. Or. I fight the cowman for a little bit, then Leon dodges a collapsing bridge, entering a lake house searching for Ashley, where he finds a cigarette-addicted Spanish man. This village dude beats the shit out of Leon and injects him with some weird scorpion-like thing. Leon wakes up, chained to the ceiling with the man from earlier, Luis. Together they start breaking down the chain as Luis mentions a missing senorita and her being taken to a nearby church. Killing a villager who came in once they escaped gave Luis the chance to escape, tossing the key to get a head start away from Leon. Sneaking through the facility, I acquire my gear, then meet this odd Todd named the Mysterious Stranger. I buy from him a crossbow, which I genuinely never use after this. Alright, now listen up. To escape the area, I needed some hexagon-shaped thing. Now, I know where it is. Don't ask how, but the area is dangerous for the run. You see, if I get unlucky and get stunned with one explosive, then another 9 hours of my life are gone. So step 1, enter the area. Step 2, panic, miss a shot. Step 3, kick enemy in your way. Step 4, enter the house, dodging the dynamite. Step 5, use the space to clear out a good amount of enemies. Step 6, almost die to the exact thing that I said would be a potential issue, but pop a green herb perfectly at the last fucking microsecond to save my mental health from going over the edge due to hallucinating Mr. X for another replay of Resident Evil 2. Step 7, grab the hexagon. And Step 8, escape. Using the hexagon, I open the gate up, heading up towards a well where I fight another chainsaw man before reaching the chief's house. I disturb a man on the shitter, then unlock the cabinet with the combo code Drop Pig Child. I have this shit committed to memory. I know this better than the presidents. I acquire a ball and use it to unlock the door, finding a key for the village, proceeding to then get my ass beat by the big guy who I presume is the chief, telling me my blood has accepted the gift. Some lady saves me, and the chief leaves with Leon now questioning this so-called gift. Huntington contacts me, telling me Luis was a science for Umbrella, not awesome, and Leon helps a dog caught in a bear trap. Very awesome. In the village, the tower blows up, with mutated hounds attacking Leon. I hate these with a very firm passion, by the way. The key unlocks the previously locked building that the earlier villagers went into after the bell tolled, finally being able to reach the church, which needed another key to unlock. Personally, my key would be 10 pounds of C4, potentially overkill, but I think a statement is necessary for the jackass that made these keys. I travel through a bridge towards a lake, hoping to find the key, and the 2 a.m. delirium hits before I go to bed.
Gun rhymes with fun for a reason, stranger.
Check out this fish. Anyways, I go down a path, get some boat fuel, fight back some infected villagers, buy a laser sight, find a boat, get on said boat, kill giant fish,
He is on his period.
wake up a few hours later and head into a forest, see a man's head combust, kill him, find the key to the church, but uh-oh, I need 2 other keys. I get the key, get another, get the key.
A decent size, but size ain't everything, am I right? Jesus Christ!
That's not Jesus, Leon, that's very rude. Fight the giant, kill the giant, and use the key to rescue the Ash. Why should he have on Ray-Bans while being held by a cult? As cultists formed the church, we knew we had to escape quickly. Oh, damn. Sigma! Boosting Ashley up to let down a ladder, we were able to escape, killing cultists in our way, as we trekked back through the village center to a mansion we passed earlier. Luis opening the door led us inside before we hide Ashley to defend against the onslaught of cultists coming for us. I quickly grab the barricade and slide a shelf in front of a window before boarding up the front window. With only one window entrance, it was easy to pick cultists off till the shelf was broken, allowing more to get in. I used the barricaded window as a safe corner to get good sights on on the 2 open ones before I get pushed upstairs, fighting off cultists from the right side window. Eventually, me and Luis get the downstairs boarded up and secured, shifting upstairs to defend against the enemies who are now attacking from that angle. A cowman breaches the downstairs, so after another onslaught of cultists and killing said cow, Ashley, who escaped her hidey hole, opens a locked door, allowing me and Luis to escape out, with Leon blocking them off from the cult. Ashley violently coughs up blood, prompting Luis to inform us with what has infected the 2 of them. It was called Las Plagas, a parasitic super insect formed from the mines this village was built upon and weaponized by Los Illuminados. This guy, who Leon and Ashley have been hallucinating, is the leader, Lord Sadler, and neither Leon nor Ashley could escape until cured. But lucky for them, Luis knows how and will get in contact with us later. Nothing much happens after this. Me and Ashley push through the area, eventually getting chased down by the village chief, who after escaping slams through the wall, turning into a lobster man. I quickly run to the floor above to gain leverage against him, eventually damaging him enough to stab his eye, which eventually makes him turn into Spider-Man. His tap dancing days are over. Fuck. Chick gets close, ladies and gentlemen, but we thug through it and kill his ass, with Ashley saving Leon and the both escaping to the castle. In the castle, Luis informs us to meet him in the courtyard for medicine to help suppress Las Plagas, so we head out. That's a catapult. Ashley, go test to make sure it's not flammable. Don't worry, I'll hold onto your Ray-Ban so they don't melt if you die. I almost die trying to save the Graham, but successfully blow all the cannons up, bridging the castle gates to the lobby. I meet Ramon. He sucks. Leon tells him he and his forehead can fuck off, and I kill the greeting party he sends out for us. Stab, 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 before falling through the floor.
Oh my god, it's the IRS!
Timothy Jacob Alvin Adams Massey. Stop right there. Do not move. Do not speak. Not only was that joke painfully unfunny, but dreadfully outdated. This is not a 2010 Tommy Nut Dream SMP video. This is objectively worse than boomer humor. Apologize to your viewers, you fatherless fuck. Fuck you, Timothy.
Luckily, I had magnum ammo and made quick work of him, exploring the castle more with Ashley, soon reaching the pond, as I call it. You see, the pond sucks because you get constantly swarmed while trying to complete a puzzle and micromanage Ashley's safety. Though I get through it, and I cover Ashley as she turns the wheel for the bridge ahead, allowing us to reach into the courtyard. Ashley faints, and it's kind of hard to see, but she is being possessed. She's not just being quirky. Unfortunately, the gate slams shut, cutting us off, and in her panic and shame of hurting Leon, she runs away. Frick! Exploring deeper into the castle trying to find Ashley, Leon meets his old acquaintance, Ada Wong, who, if you're watching Resident Evil for the first time for this video, will have no clue who that is.
Basically, she's a mercenary who manipulated Leon in the first game and wants to make up for it now, but she's gotta stay mysterious because...
I don't know. I low-key get scared. Now people, let this be a lesson. Always come prepared. You never know what's gonna happen. Oh. Never mind. I head out on top of the castle walls and work my way through the gates, killing cultists, solving puzzles, killing more cultists, that's a giant, fuck my life, run from the giant, kill more cultists, dodge rocks, kill giant, get Ashley, and give her a pet talk. Calling Luis, he tells us he couldn't meet us in the courtyard, and instead we needed to head deeper into the castle to find him in the ballroom. Thanks, man. Me and Ashley navigate into the courtyard, which required 3 switches to be pulled to head forward. And unfortunately for me, having pulling the first, I deal with more demon dogs. Not cool. I hit the second switch, then the third, before saving the Graham from being kidnapped again. It's called balling out. Oh my god! I spent my saved up gold to maxing the SG-09 because at max level it has a 25% chance to one-shot. So that's pretty nice. Exploring the area further, I grab a statue head, then fight a bunch of armored knights with Las Plagas inside of them. I don't know how that works. Leon and Ashley have a snack, which gives them another statue, and I use a speedrun flashbang trick to grab the last head, yet still fight the cultists anyways to assert my dominance. Placing the heads onto the statue opened up a secret path, but with the cultists locking Leon in a cage, Ashley runs for it, locking herself in a dark room. And now I am the Graham. Turns out Ashley magically guessed the clock code. I don't know how, but a night dude chases her into the elevator, where more of them chase her around till she escapes finding a tablet. I wonder if this will help me get Leon out. If only Ashley miraculously guessed to go upstairs where a tablet imprint was waiting, which brought her to Leon. Oh wait. Unfortunately, despite getting the key for Leon's escape, she gets captured by... Yeah, I'm done for the night. Ada FaceTime with information on Ashley, who is supposedly being taken to the throne room. Very suspicious. I think I'm gonna detour instead. I thought this clip looked pretty cool and I wanted to include it. You better like it. Now at this point I've amassed enough wealth to upgrade my gun, but I didn't have enough for the 25% chance crit. But if I sold all my other weapons, then bought them back later, No, that's stupid. People might be like, oh my god, bro, this guy's a fucking idiot, bro. What an imbecile. No way he did that. Ain't no motherfucking way, bro. What a bum. I disagree. Ups the crit chance by 5. Are you kidding? What the fuck? I work my way through the destroyed ballroom, fighting the mutant bug loss, unlocking the path to Ashley, and now sit back and watch these crits. There were only 2. Maybe selling all my guns was a bad idea. I locate the Graham, who still has her damn Ray-Bans on, and I get thrown down a hole while she gets sacrificed. Don't worry, she's not dead. I think. I shift through the cave, finding nothing except bugs, a sewer drain, and a demon from hell who chases me around for like 6 to 7 minutes till I escape in the elevator. Leon gets whammied going up the elevator, seeing an old ally somehow connected through the Las Plagas, before Luis shows up with a temporary cure. Thanks, Luis. The suppressant worked, and there was one more just for Ashley. But Leon had to hurry. The medicine only bought him and Ashley so many hours, so me and Luis head off, finding a boarded up path in the way of where we needed to go. Naturally, we find Dynamite, after painfully obliterating every cultist in the mines with us, and drop a giant in a pit of lava. Fun deadlord, for real. Luis sticks some dynamite on the armored giant, allowing Leon to blow him up and kill him. Or her, maybe the giant's a girl. Finding a minecart, we travel the tracks all the way towards the castle, eventually about to reach the surface, until Luis gets killed. No more Dadlore, guys. Jack Krauser, Leon's former mentor, was working for Los Illuminados, and we have a knife duel with the Major before Luis, in his dying breath, runs him off, giving Leon a key to get himself and Ashley cured. Streets lost a real one. Leon heads up to the surface, grabbing a gold egg, and pulling up to the clock tower, killing cultists, dodging spike boulders, and spotting Ashley being taken into the mountain. Leon shoots the hell out of Ramon, and his boss baby looking ass turns into a spider piranha squid monster. Unfortunately, he gets soloed by a golden egg and headshot. I ain't risking shit in this fight. Fuck the contract. Krauser gets on a boat speeding away, and Ada, who appears out of nowhere holding the keys, boats with Leon in close pursuit. Approaching the island, Ada splits up away from Leon as he pulls up onto the shore. We spot Ashley being carried into the compound, so we push through the fences, which went incredible, as you can see. Don't worry, I healed. Which meant absolutely nothing. No, I'm kidding, I survived. Thank God. If I had to restart here, I'd actually peel my skin off. I find this bougie-ass crown and put a purple gem in it. I like purple. Inside one of the facilities, I find the Graham, but I needed a level 3 keycard to rescue her. To those that have played RE4, you know what's about to happen. Okay. No thanks. There's one right there. I played this game hundreds of times, by the way, but each time this thing looks nastier and nastier. I grab the keycard to get Ashley and inject the suppressant into her and wait for a bit for her to regain consciousness. Ashley still won't take off her Ray-Bans, and we set off towards Luis's lab.
Pretty much a master of unlocking.
Please stop. Heading outside, the elevator to the peak of the compound could be seen. Unfortunately, the art department cooked up bullshit, and my psyche is collapsing as I write this script. To get to the elevator, Ashley low-key becomes the blue-collar worker and starts pounding away while I genuinely fight for my sanity against those bug fucks. Like, sending 10 is genuinely ridiculous. Ashley wrecks the wall and asks to become an agent while we go up to the elevator. Well, I think she might have changed her mind because this happened literally right after. This scene is uncomfortable. I hate it. But damn, killer villain opening for Sampler. The only thing that saves Leon is a gun jam. Holy shit. Oh, and Ashley's capture again. Surprise. Pushing forward after Ashley, I find out the original abduction of Ashley was done by Krauser right as we fight our former mentor. I move through the field, dodging his arrow charges and CQC attacks. Also, take witness how many bullets I stuck in him. Dude is clearly not human, and my hypothesis was correct, which is bullshit, because I was always wrong in science lab. I was stressing crazy. I dodged, exploded, shot, and healed, duh. Keep the knife clutch, though. It got close high-key, but we succeeded. I said this video was about triumph. I manifested this shit. What is the Ash doing here? Just run away. What are you, stupid? Anyways, meet Mike the helicopter guy. He's pretty cool. He likes alcohol, but don't get attached. He dies. I keep fighting my way through the cultists, getting to Ashley. Unfortunately, Sadler has complete control over Leon, and if Ada didn't come in clutch, Ashley and Leon would be mind-controlled mutant terrorists. To be honest, that probably exists somewhere. We get Ashley and Leon cured, just in time, with it time to now make our great escape. But first, we had to save Ada. Yay! Sadler evolves into another art department classic. I shoot his eyeballs and get gargled and straight bullshit. I stab his ball, then shoot his other balls, and repeat running slim on ammo so badly I literally get down to singular bullets in the rifle, which paid off. Fuck you, Sadler. What is that? Ada comes in clutch, bringing an RPG, which I use, as Leon stabs his mouth just like that. Booty! Woo! And you already know the rest is history. Ada flies away with the amber. That'll be important later. Leon and Ashley jet ski out of the compound. And just like that, we've beaten Resident Evil 4. This video is getting long, so I'm going to do a part 2. Oh, and a spoiler. Remember when I manifested the triumph? Yeah, that shit is not in part 2. It's bad.